Ekpa challenge is throwing out as a criticism to Nigeria government, and any government that does not accept criticism cannot excel. So let me just give you light on how I'm going to tell the world about what is going on in this on this analysis. So let me tell you: one, the visa ban; two, Simon Ekpa's challenge of Tinubu for a debate. Then again, the pump price, fuel pump price.
But do you think we accept Ekpa's a challenge? Coming out for them.
Ekpa's challenging Tinubu administration or Tinubu himself is a welcome idea. Everybody, if you want to run any government as a president or even a junta, military junta, there must be critics. People must come out to tell you where you are not getting it right. And if you have a listening ear, at the end of the day, you will excel. But not an administration whereby you bought everybody, you bought Lagos boys, there are cabals all around you. They are, stopping people from coming to visit you. They are stopping people from reaching you. They are blocking every write-ups in terms of letter. I don't know what to understand. Open letter to Mr. President. Bajabi Amela will see it before Tinubu reads it.
So if it's not what he wants, he
so
will say it.
What I'm trying to say is that Simon Ekpa has come out solely to challenge the Nigerian government and is doing the right thing. That is the Prime Minister of Biafra in exile, and there's nothing anybody could do about it. Listen and listen good. Simon Ekpa is right in all he's doing. And Tinubu must actually come out to listen to Ekpa, to know where to correct anomalies in his government. If you don't listen to critics, you can't do well. If you listen to critics, you are going to excel. That is it.
But do you not think he will look down on Ekpa? That
Tinubu looking down on Ekpa does not start today. In fact, you will actually ask me, don't I think Tinubu is looking down on Igbo man? That is why he's having problem. No administration in Nigeria could survive it. If Igbo man is not in any government, such government cannot excel. Guys, open there because we are the best in Nigeria, anywhere in Africa.
I didn't know Igbo's in his government.
Wait, no Igbo in his government. Dave Omahi is just like transportation minister. Tell me another person now. Ngiga is not there. Wait, Obegilo Kwesieze is not there. The Igbo who is who? Industrialists, they are not there. There are Igbos that are good in banking, finance and banking. Even when you talk about economy, the good economists we have in Igbo land, people like Femi Adechino is not there. Tinubu allow him. Femi Adechino is not, at least in this government. You have Patu Tomi, the sole owner of Lagos Business School, is not there. Who is it that will bring this administration to limelight, to success? Is it Cardoso, Femi Cardoso? Do you know him before? Femi Cardoso has ended up buying SUV, 2 billion for himself, 2 billion for the rest other staff. 10 billion SUV acquired when Nigerians are hungry. Listen and listen.
No.
That is not how to run a government. You don't run federal government as if it is your father's kitchen or your father's property. This government is not going anywhere unless they start to absolutely go through reorientation. Run a cohesive government. Run an inclusive government. Run a government that will at least reintegrate other ethnicities. And we join ourselves together, and Nigeria is going to excel. You don't know the government that you just surround yourself by Yoruba. What do you know? Are you a businessman? There's no management, no establishment will give Yoruba man who will run it well. Leave your company in Nigeria, live in London, leave it with a Yoruba man. Your company will not become your business again. Yoruba are not good in administration and they are just making noise that they can manage. The best management expertise, the best management prowess, driven tribe in Nigeria are the Igbos. Today, the Igbo man, we are standing this time. We stand aloof, very far away from this administration to see how far Yoruba man could go. Yoruba man has become a flop. Oga Tinubu does not know what it takes to build an economy. Absolutely, he is clueless. Yes, what we are seeing here is bad governance, bad government, hunger, bad economy, insecurity everywhere. It is interwoven. Nigerians are suffering.
Okay, but as regards the banning of Nigeria, direct flight to the United States, do you have anything to say as regards that?
Banning of Nigerians to fly directly to New York or do international airport, Washington. I think America is beginning to tell Nigeria that they understand. Actually, they know what is happening in Nigeria. You have CIAs as tourists. You have CIAs as lawmakers. You have CIAs even in the office of the presidency. So America is not wary. No worry. You know what I mean? Devoid of what is going on in Nigeria. They know. American country knows Nigeria more than Nigerians. So that's why banning direct flight to USA has to do with curtailing or putting on the brink, to stop terror attack escalating in the USA. Because Nigeria has been penciled down or penned down as one of the terrorist countries in the world. How many years ago? 10 years or more. During Yar'Adua regime, the Taliban called Boko Haram struck. And today we've seen ourselves a country among terrorist countries in the world. Okay, there's no emotional way about it. You don't console yourself. You don't even say that we are not. See, let me tell you, Nigeria is a terrorist country. You don't allow America, you don't expect America to allow their border infiltrated by terrorists. Yes, we don't fly direct again. The flight from Guinea one en route Wisconsin in 2020. No, it has been a long time. That was during Jonathan regime or Buhari. A terrorist, Mohammed Abdul Talab, son, the former managing director of First Bank, was arrested. He wanted to blow up the flight in the mid-air. They rushed him in the toilet, and today he was apprehended. He's serving jail tenure in the United States of America. So you don't expect America tried though. Since then, over 10 years now, we've been flying direct. Okay, but this currently, what is going on in Nigeria, America won't allow it. America won't allow it.
Okay, they won't allow it.
Direct flight, they won't, because Nigeria is a terrorist country. We don't see. Let us brace it up. I'm saying the truth. The terrorists called herdsmen, the terrorists Boko Haram, they are everywhere in Nigeria. Nigerian security operatives are not doing anything about it. Do you want America invaded by terrorists from Nigeria? It is not good. They should protect America. American interests first. America for the Americans. That is the ideology and the agenda of Donald Trump. And it must play out. Okay, direct flight, impossible from Nigeria to USA. Is supported by me. What challenge is throwing us out as a criticism to Nigeria government, and any government that does not accept criticism cannot excel. So let me just give you light on how I'm going to tell the world about what is going on in this on this analysis. So let me tell you: one, the visa ban; two, Simon Ekpa's challenge of Tinubu for a debate. Then again, the pump price, fuel pump price. See, let me tell you, fuel pump price is because of the fact that Dangote was not allowed to operate on his own. This time around, federal government has bought through NNPC a monopoly to sell Dangote refined crude for Dangote. Dangote is a sole entity on its own. But this time around, because of the kind of person Tinubu is, a greedy person, individualistic, mentality-driven man, president, he has not allowed Dangote to operate solely on his own. Now, Tinubu has allowed NNPC to buy monopoly to market Dangote fuel. The oil this time around that Dangote is supposed to refine by himself and sell by himself, by coming out on his own what individual price to even bring down other marketers, other rival marketers down. This time around, Tinubu administration has stopped Dangote from being on his own. The NNPC has acquired Dangote. That's what it means. They are the one that is going to come out with a particular price they are going to give to the members of the public or the oil marketers to sell for Dangote, not for Dangote to come into competition markets. Because if they compete, it is going to bring down the price of fuel. I hope that our viewers are understanding what I'm saying. The refinery built by Dangote has brought a competition into the oil economy, marketing economy in Nigeria, which means that any company, any entity, any oil corporation has its sole right to sell a particular price he deems fit. But today, we've seen a Dangote that has been forced to allow NNPC to acquire it. It is called monopoly. It is only NNPC now that has rights to buy and sell for Dangote. I don't know what I understand. You understand what I'm saying?
And that does not bode well for Nigerians.
And that is not it doesn't mean well for Nigeria, because the central price now, the centralized price is 850 naira that NNPC has just recently over the weekend come out with. Are you listening? They are selling 850. And if Dangote could come out and stand on his own as a sole owner of that refinery, Dangote might sell 550. And Nigerians have no excuse than to at least go for Dangote. They lower the price, they higher the demand. I don't know what I understand. And the higher the demand, what happens is that the supply from Dangote will go high, and people will enjoy the benefits thereof. But today we've seen an administration that is very, very selfish, very, very dictatorial, very, very authoritative. And the Tinubu administration, it has at least acquired the sole right that belongs to Dangote and cede it to NNPC. NNPC is the one that is going to market for Dangote. Dangote will just be refining, but to sell it out, NNPC is there. To give Dangote the price to sell to Nigerians. And any price, of course, NNPC gives is a price. Tinubu, Chetima, all them of this man, Akpabio, is giving out to the members of the public, which is so hellish and unfriendly. So this time again, around, you don't say Dangote is on his own. We are going to benefit from Dangote's, refineries, independence of Nigerian government. No, Dangote refinery is not independent of NNPC again. They all just went to the island and commissioned that refinery to sell it off. Yes, to themselves. And actually, that is what is going on. Dangote refinery is now being controlled by NNPC. It is not solely controlled and owned, managed by Dangote. It is in conjunction, operating with NNPC and federal government of Nigeria. Okay. So which is why, of course, that over the weekend we understood that fuel pump price is sold 850. That's NNPC. This time around, it is an official price. And Dangote would have come out with a more friendly price that will bring the pump price down. And Nigerians will be having a field day. But today we are seeing a monopoly. Monopolization. All of a sudden they just impose it on Dangote that it is NNPC that will condition the price Dangote is going to sell. Dangote is not the sole owner of Dangote world-class refinery. I don't know whether I understand where I'm coming from. So you see, Tinubu administration, Tinubu is beginning to make himself an emperor in Nigeria, in a democratic dispensation that everybody actually hoped for. Today, we are seeing a monarchy as a system of government in Nigeria. we are a laughing stock to the members of the world.
But this is accusing them of treasonable offense, that protest is not a treasonable offense.
I don't see where anywhere, I've never seen anywhere in the world where protest has become a treasonable, offense that will result to felony. But Nigeria here, they know how to turn things upside down, especially when it does not, favor them. We saw Tinubu pioneering protests in Nigeria in the past. We saw him doing all manner of things in the past, and they didn't see it as reasonable. But that tells you, that at this point in time, where they are believing that a Briton or those Britons, let me put it, those Britons we are involved in the protest because it is being seen that they have a relationship with the NLC president, Ajero. That is just the basis of that arrest, not that the Britons committed any form of fact that will lead or that will disclose they were trying to overthrow the government of Nigeria. There was nothing like that. You understand? And they're also going to put the issue of Nigeria-British bilateral relationship in check, because if it's been seen that at the end of the day the person is arrested and is going to put a kind of questions before the British government and the Nigerian government, and I believe the Nigerian government will not be able to take up any stand against the British citizen, because Tinubu has vowed to obey any order, irrespective how, whether it's in favor of Nigeria or not, as long as it's coming from Britain, is ready to buy into that. And that's the essence of going to the Charter House. At every point there is a presidential campaign to sign certain documents, pledging the nation's loyalty and sovereignty to British government. So I don't think he can do anything. Just that the IG does not understand sometimes the depth of certain statements that have been put to the public. I don't see even those 10 protesters, the people that were arrested now because they were protesting. The federal government themselves acknowledge, that this country is upside down. There is a massive hunger on the land. There's awkward leadership policies. They can attend to that, and people reacted to those things, and they become treasonable. Well, they have already alerted the whole world that Tinubu is becoming an emperor, a tyrannic, iconic leader, so to say, and people are watching him, and I don't think Nigeria will want to have him for 2027. A repeat of Tinubu 2027 will be a major disaster for Nigeria.
So you're not sure Nigeria will make such a mistake,
you can see, that the NLC president have to match there with the likes of the prominent advocates, lawyers, human rights activist lawyers. Falana, a lot of them were there. A lot of them, so you even want to put him in jail, put all of us in jail. Now they're not divided within in less than 24 hours, and we are seeing protesters and those who are supposed to have their sanity maintained by sovereignty, by reason of being in a democratic setting, threatened, like the Britons, threatened for reasonable charges. They were here when the man from what is it called? Is it Bitcoin? Not Bitcoin. Escaped from Nigeria. If I can remember that platform, they escaped from Nigeria. Nothing was done in that regard. Now they are claiming that they don't know where this Briton is, and the man is responding to a police quest for declaring him wanted. And they're telling you that they don't know where he is. So it tells you a lot of things, because the fact still remains that at this point, if nothing is being done, I think Nigeria is continuing to exposed to ridicule and the manner in which they carry out their activities. Nigeria is becoming a banana island. Yes, if federal government continue in this trend, of course, there's likely going to be an uprising. I expect the likes of Sowore
Deju and the rest of them, to make effort to make sure that those people who were involved in that protest are being given adequate legal support and services. Not only that, in kind of situation like this, we are supposed to see another mass, uprising against the arrest of those protesters. If the likes of Sowore and all those protesters are not being used by the federal government to achieve certain ends. Government is all about diplomacy. Government is all about propaganda. Government can engineer insecurity on their own just to achieve a certain end, and they can use anybody at any time. That's the government for you. So Sowore's identity is on the radar now, unless we see a positive thing in those directions. That's when we begin to lose. Because look at the way and manner the protest was organized, it couldn't actually achieve the required even though some people said because Igbos were not involved in that protest, and that was why the protest was half baked, to the extent that they were calling that the protesters themselves should protest against them. You understand what I mean? Protest against the protesters, because they couldn't achieve anything at the end of the day. So it is a question of the government themselves knowing what to do at the right time, and those people should be left off the hook, should be released. Protest is not a crime.
But according to the report, they said if they are found guilty of treasonable offence, that according to the law, they might be killed. The 10 protesters that were caught.
Let me tell you, if you are threatening somebody with treasonable felony, it is not statement that determines whether it is treasonable felony. What determines it is the law. George Washington of America was sometime charged with treasonable felony, but today he succeeded in having the United States as a nation, and today George Washington is being celebrated. So you see, all these things they are saying and they're doing, is geared towards something, because the protesters themselves will see that at the end of the day, there's going to be a kind of intervention for them. They are not going to be killed. They're not going to be found guilty, because I believe that adequate legal services will be. It's a must. Will be given to them.